Welcome back. Pain can take on many forms within the body. Acupuncture may be considered unusual, but for thousands of years, the art of acupuncture has been used as a catalyst to unlock the body's own healing potential. Here to talk more about acupuncture is Kevin Campopiano, a licensed acupuncturist from the Acupuncture Studio in Glens Falls. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
My pleasure.
We have Tim Drubbage here without shoes.
Yes, I get to be the guinea pig, but out of the interest of full disclosure, we always bring on people that we like to bring out, good information about and positive aspects. So, Kevin is somebody that I end up going to and thought we'd bring him onto the show just about the different aspects about positive healing this way.
Are you in pain, my friend?
Well, it depends on the type of pain you're talking about, right, Kev?
Absolutely, yep.
All right, well, first and foremost, before we start on this guinea pig here, let me ask you a couple of questions about acupuncture. One of the questions I had, and I think you probably could Google this, how long has this been around? Because there's some questions about when and where and what time it started.
It's very old. It's at least 3,000 years old, and some people think it might even be 5,000 years old. So it's been around a very long time, and it's been helping people for that whole time.
So the confusion on Google exactly how long it's been around is okay.
They don't. Yeah, nobody really knows for sure. I mean, we're talking the oldest book that we actually use a lot of is they think it's 3,000 years old, but it has origins that are much earlier. So
when we posted this on Facebook this morning, you posted it on Facebook, we got some responses, people saying that it works, it's really good for you. Talk about some of the results. I mean, people are getting real results from this?
People get real results, yes. It's one of those things that because it's not covered by many insurances, it's the kind of thing that people have to seek out, and I see it in my practice. People, if it doesn't work, people won't keep coming. So if I want to make a living on it, then it should work. I can't trick people that much. So yeah.
Why and how does it work?
It's a great question, and no one really knows for sure. There's a lot of ideas. There's National Institute of Health and a lot of other bodies are actually currently studying it, doing studies to figure it out. They have found that with MRI imaging, when you put the needles in, it actually changes the pain centers of the brain. So it's not just a placebo. It's not, believing makes it so. There's actual changes going on for the better in the body.
So instead of taking an aspirin or something like that, for pain, you could probably just go to an acupuncturist like yourself, and you could relieve some of that pain with this kind of medicine, which doesn't take any chemicals.
Yep. A lot of times people, will come in with a headache like that or something like that. We'll put the needles in, and the pain will go away, like as they're sitting in the chair. It's a pretty wonderful thing to watch. Because if you use an aspirin, you're putting something in the body. When you're using an acupuncture needle, there's no drugs in it, there's no chemicals. You are basically facilitating the body healing itself. When you put the needle in to make the headache go away, the person's body is making the headache go away. It's accessing the body's ability to heal itself. It's pretty powerful.
All right, let's see some examples here with our Tim Drubbage, who's agreed to be the guinea pig.
And just keep in mind, I've done chiropractic, I've done massage and acupuncture before going to Kevin before. Kevin can speak to this because it was different and unique for me, not having my back treated.
That's right. The body is a marvelous thing, and there's lots of different ways to use acupuncture. So the way I like to do it is put people in a chair, and let's say Tim had hip pain or back pain. I would take my needles and actually put them in his hand and arm.
And are you putting it in certain receptors or
certain areas? There's acupuncturists use a map of the body. Basically, the idea is that there are meridians. There's these pathways of energy that flow around the body. And if we can access them, then that kind of flips switches on the body's ability to heal itself. So, like right now, we're basically telling Tim's body to make his back start healing. So, if there was something wrong with Tim's back.
Does that hurt, Tim?
Never in front of the computer, just a slight pinch.
Yeah.
And this is, versus, some other aspects or theories, a non-aggressive approach. The needles really aren't going that far in.
They're not going very far in. They're not hitting nerves. They're much smaller than hypodermic needles. When we think of needles going to the doctors, they're the much larger gauge needles. These are about the thickness of a human hair.
Okay, we have about 30 seconds. How about the acupuncture I've seen on television where they light up some sort of...
Yep, that's another technique. It's called moxa. It's very useful as well. It makes the healing go deeper and does some wonderful things. Okay. I don't think we can do it today in the studio.
So it's a different practice.
Different practice, yes.
Okay.
But
Just
very
one other
helpful
point.
as well.
Not only for humans are you seeing acupuncture being involved, animals too.
Absolutely, and that's kind of the neat thing. People say, oh, well, it's a placebo effect, you have to believe in it. Well, it works great on dogs and cats, and, you know, I can't say whether or not they believe in it, but I don't think it matters too much for them. Yeah.
How do you feel?
Oh, I feel good, especially after doing all the work on the computer this morning.
That's taking the pain off, huh?
I can sit back and go to sleep now.
For more information on this, we've set up a link on our website. Just go to wnyt.com and click on news links. Kevin Campopiano from Glens Falls, your studio, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Enjoy your stay, buddy.
I will. You can finish the newscast now.
We'll be right back with your top stories and your last weather. Stay with us.